Show. My name's Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show, and I'm here with my pal,
Sully Sports.
And you are watching
Not a football show.
Not scoring touchdowns.
We love the Tico Fantasy Show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Not a Football Show. We're back. We're talking about the free agency once again. NFC East, NFC West. Those two directions, they go this way, and we're talking about them.
Yeah, two divisions.
With 8 teams.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Buddy.
A lot of
Let's
stuff
start.
happened in these divisions, too.
Let's start with a team that has already...
The Dallas Cowboys! I just
Christ.
spit everywhere. Oh, my
Holy
God.
shit. Oh, my God.
I just spit all over my
Dread
computer.
Factory. Yeah, so Dallas Cowboys, they're my big loser of this division, mainly because they don't give contracts to anybody.
Nobody.
They don't. I mean, I don't think they've. What is it? They've never given someone over $6 million a year contract.
Is that true?
I believe so, unless it's an extension. They've never
didn't
given
know
a
that.
free agent. Their big signing so far has been Javonte Williams to a 1-year, $3 million contract.
Javonte Williams being your big signing is pretty wild.
Yeah, they lost Jordan Lewis, signed Solomon Thomas, lost Chuma Edoga, Trent Sieg, signed Robert Jones from Miami. He sucks. Have fun with
Yeah.
that. Signed Peyton Turner, re-signed Brian Anger.
They haven't really done anything.
Haven't done anything, and they're going to lose a lot of people.
Yes.
They're going to lose
a lot.
Brandon Cooks, DeMarcus Lawrence, Trey Lance, Eric Kendricks, Cooper Rush, Rico Dowdle, Amani Oruwariye, Carl Lawson. Yikes. It's
Chauncey Golston? Jordan Lewis? Already lost.
Linval Joseph.
A lot of people gone.
Yes.
In the wind.
And that's why they re-signed. Oh, good thing. Yippee! They re-signed Kevontae Turpin to a 3-year, $18
million. Hey, he's a good punt returner.
Yeah.
That's it. He doesn't really have much.
Anywho,
money.
yeah, they're my big loser because they don't shell out any money. Jerry Jones is a senile ass bitch.
The whole Jones family, bro. That inbred family, dude. They're fucking.
Yeah.
They suck.
I just want to grab them by their heads and just push my thumb into their little soft spots.
That's crazy.
I want to Omni-Man them. Yeah, so, yeah, they're my big loser.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about him. You want to just move on to the next team?
Yeah, I want to move on to the Super Bowl champions. Wow, Saquon Barkley, Philadelphia Eagles.
I wrote them down as my big loser.
Why?
I think I take it back.
Okay.
Just because they lost so many people.
They did lose so many people, but their whole thing is they are so good at drafting and have such great depth, it doesn't even matter.
Exactly, yeah, that's the great point. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they did definitely lose.
A lot.
Very
They
good
probably
players.
lost the most people in free agency, I would say, other than the Niners.
Yeah, they lost Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, Isaiah Rodgers, Oren Burks, Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, Brandon Graham, I think he's going to end up retiring.
Yeah, 100%.
Mekhi Becton is going to be gone. He's not coming back. That's probably why they just traded for Kenyon Green.
Yeah.
They lost Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, too. They traded him.
for
So
Kenyon
he's
Green.
gone. Yeah, exactly. Going to lose C.J. Uzomah, Jack Driscoll.
There's talks about them trading Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, they released Darius Slay, released James Bradbury.
Darius Slay has that weird thing going on right now.
the
That
Steelers,
yeah,
right?
so Darius Slay, Jordan Schultz reported that he was signing with the Steelers, and then nothing else ever got reported because he never really signed with anybody.
Yeah, I looked that up before we started because I was really confused about that. Apparently, there's just very advanced talks right now.
Really advanced.
Like, he's basically on the team, but honestly, with the fact that it's not done yet, I wouldn't be surprised that he's not going to.
No, I think he might still go back to the Eagles or go to the Lions. I mean, not the Lions
they
now
cut
because
him.
they brought DJ Reed, but yeah, but he could go back.
I wouldn't want to. They cut me.
They cut him because of money.
Yeah, and I would want money.
I guess that's a good point. I guess that's fair.
He could get money somewhere.
He could. I think he
Name
was.
value.
I think he was with the Steelers.
Yeah, name value.
But I don't know what's going on there. Something's happening
But
now.
the reason I don't see them as losers is because they brought back their guys. They brought back Zach Bond, 3-year, $51 million contract. He was expected to be big-time free agent. Didn't let that happen. They went ahead and brought him back. They extended Saquon.
He's gonna retire an Eagle.
Yeah, 2 years, $41 million in new money.
Such a fuck you to the Giants. I love that shit. It makes me. I eat that shit up.
We'll talk about the Giants in a second.
Traded their Super Bowl QB.
Yeah, got DTR.
Woo.
Yeah. So I mean, they haven't brought anyone in. That's what it is. All they brought in was Kenyon Green and DTR.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess keep your team the same if you just won the Super Bowl. I mean, it's not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to worry about it. When you win the Super Bowl, if you don't win the next year, it's okay.
And when you draft as well as they do, doesn't matter.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I'm not worried about the Eagles.
Nope.
But I am worried about the Giants.
I am worried about the New York Football Giants. And as a matter of fact, specifically, I'm worried about the fact that they gave Darius Slayton the Saquon contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
The 3 years, $12 million contract, the same contract as Josh Palmer.
I've been waiting for Darius Slayton to leave the Giants for a long time.
Yeah. He's never going to leave. He'll have trade rumors at the deadline. He'll never leave,
Nope.
though. He's staying right there.
Darius Slayton, forever a Giant, always will be.
I do like, however, their DB, their secondary moves that they're making. They brought in Paulson Adebo from the New Orleans Saints, 26-year-old cornerback, 3 years, $54 million contract. A lot of money, but he's a good player. They signed Javon Holland, 25-year-old safety from Miami, Finns legend, $45 million for a 3-year contract. That's a good contract for Javon Holland. That's a really good contract. I believe that's just barely a top 10 paid safety.
I think he should have got more.
I thought he was going to be the highest paid safety in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about highest paid, but I thought he would have been at least top 3. Yeah.
But, I mean, it's kind of just disappointing that Miami
Safeties, man, they just don't pull that much money. It's weird.
No, I think the highest paid right now is Antoine Winfield, around $20 million a year.
Makes sense.
So, they brought in Chris Board, brought in Roy Robertson Harris, James Hudson, Chauncey Golston, and
Micah was really sad about that. Chauncey Golston going over to the Giants.
Yeah, what did he say on his podcast?
No, he just tweeted a sad face.
Yeah, but they do have a lot of guys in free agency that haven't been signed yet that are going to end up leaving. Isaiah Simmons, Drew Lock, Adoree Jackson, Azeez Ojulari. Anybody else worth saying? Not really. Just a bunch of other guys. Greg Van Roten's going to
They're still going to be bad.
Yeah.
They're still going to be the worst team in that division.
Still going to be bad, but they're moving the right way.
No.
Why not?
What
happened that would move them back?
Nothing moving them back, but did really anything move them forward?
Yeah, I think the DBs. I think Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo that's like a win worth of
Paulson
players.
Adebo had a femur injury. Broke his femur.
Don't care.
You know what a femur is?
Yeah. Hardly know her.
I don't know what a femur is. I don't know. I don't know
I
where.
thought you were about a big bro me.
Where's a femur located?
Leg?
Do anybody know where their femur is located?
I got it. Hold on. Femur. It's crazy. We have technology. That's your thigh bone.
Oh, that's a bad bone to break.
Our injury expert, Tico Fantasy Show.
Quotes. That's a bad bone to break.
That's a bad one to break. You don't want to break that one. Yeah, I think they're moving in the right direction. I don't hate what they've been doing. Let's go ahead and go on to my winners.
The biggest winners in this division, for sure.
Winners traded for. Who are they? Well, the Washington Commanders.
Washington.
They are doing what every team that has a good quarterback on a rookie contract should be doing. Chips are in. They're all in.
All in.
They traded for Laramie Tunsil, gave a bunch of picks. No first. I believe they gave a second and then a bunch of other.
Third and a fourth.
Yeah, I mean, he's worth it. One of the top tackles in the league. Getting older and for a lot of money, but
he'll help your offensive line significantly. It's worth it.
Exactly. And they traded for Deebo Samuel. If they can get half of what Deebo has been.
If you get 5 good games out of Deebo Samuel, it was worth it.
Yeah, especially if you can just take any type of pressure off Terry.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, who was he throwing to? It was De'Ami Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus.
It's Curtis Samuel. Is Curtis Samuel still on the?
No, he was on the Bills last year.
Jesus. Yeah.
There
was another guy.
I'm sure there was.
Yeah, there was a fourth guy.
Noah Brown.
No, was it Noah Brown? Oh my God.
Brown. Yeah, he
Jesus.
caught the Hail Mary.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
So anything was really an upgrade to pair with him.
For sure.
They did lose a few guys though.
They did, but they also re-signed Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, I also don't love the Javon Kinlaw contract. That's kind of huge. $45 million, 3 years.
Yeah, that was a little expensive, but it's like a depth piece,
I guess. Yeah, sure.
Johnny Newton, you still got Johnny Newton, De'Aaron Payne, and him, so it makes a good 3. You switch one in and out.
They moved on from Jonathan Allen, Jeremy Chin, De'Ami Brown, Cornelius Lucas, and Jeremy.
But you see the thought process, right? Behind Javon Kinlaw and Jonathan Allen, like they saved money.
Yeah,
and got younger.
It is 3 years younger. So.
3 years. 3 years is different.
3 years
That's your window.
Shit, there you go. They are losing a lot of DBs. Noah Igbenomini, Benjamin St-Juste, terrible. Hate both of those guys. Michael Davis, Mariota, KJ Osborne. Olamide Zaccheaus, Noah Brown are both free agents, so it's a good thing they brought in Debo because a lot of
Yeah.
those guys are gone. But they're my biggest winner. They re-signed
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner, re-signed Zach Ertz.
It's gonna be. It's the first year where I can say like the Commanders might like. It's gonna be Commanders or Eagles who win this division, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be like that's it's close competition.
Yeah, and I think that's probably part of why they're going all in right now is because they're like, we got to compete with the Eagles.
Yeah.
We have to, like we need to push all the chips in. We don't have time to wait. Need to do it now. Yeah, they're my winner.
100%. I agree.
Next
Should we move
division?
on to the next division?
Gosh, I believe we shall. And actually, our last division,
The NFC West.
the NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks.
I really like the. No, I don't actually. I actually don't really like what they did.
No, yeah. I mean, they are a completely new team.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, they no
Other
longer.
than defense.
Yeah, the defense is the same. The defense is kind of the same. Yeah, about the same. This could change though. I would like them to see them get a receiver, not Jake Bobo, to play with JSN.
Hey, Jake Bobo's good.
Jake Bobo's good, but he's not a wide receiver 2. Should be a 3.
Jake Bobo could be wide.
Oh, Bobo. Oh, you Bobo.
Jake Bobo could be a good wide receiver too.
He could be. So yeah, the big moves were trading DK Metcalf, releasing Tyler Lockett, trading Geno Smith, signing Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
That is what everything's kind of.
What are your thoughts on
revolving
that?
On what? I said
Sam
like
Darnold,
6
Geno
things.
Smith.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold.
Are you saying Sam Darnold's worse than Geno?
Yeah.
I disagree.
I think Geno Smith on the Vikings wins a playoff game.
Geno Smith on the Vikings wins a playoff game? You think Geno Smith had a better chance of winning that playoff game against the Rams than Sam Darnold did? I would love to know Analyst Saucy's opinion on that one. That's an interesting question.
Don't disrespect Geno Smith.
No, don't disrespect Geno Smith. That's a very interesting question. I do think Geno would have played better, but I do think Sam Darnold is slightly better overall.
Yeah, okay.
I think
is that?
I think Geno's better under pressure. So,
Okay.
but in a clean pocket, I probably like Darnold more. So,
It's not fair. He had Sam Darnold as quarterback in fantasy last year.
So?
Scumbag.
that is true. He helped me a lot to get last place in my fucking fantasy football league. But he helped me not to get the big loser. So shout out
I'm
Sam.
a big Sam Darnold guy, and Sam Darnold's potentially cheaper than Geno Smith.
Yeah. I mean, it also comes down to the fact that Geno Smith has been there. People
Yeah.
liked him. I mean, I think people liked him. He knew the
Pretty
system.
sure.
I just don't think it's a necessary move.
No.
I think it's kind of weird. I mean, I
It is
guess you
kinda
got to
weird.
pick from Geno, but
Sam Darnold's a lot younger.
yeah. But
Sam Darnold's
so is
4 or
he
5
is he
years
your,
younger.
So he's your quarterback of the future?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam Darnold is your Kirk Cousins.
If he's your quarterback of the future, you sign him to longer than 3 years.
You don't know if he's it yet, but you got to test it out. You got to feel it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like. I don't think the Tyler Lockett and DK stuff was necessary.
Oh, that makes no sense. I still don't understand that.
Yeah.
I understand Tyler Lockett. That's fine. I don't understand DK
he's
Metcalf.
old. I don't understand the DK stuff. Him and JSN could have been a fantastic duo
Forever.
For a lot, yeah, for a
Forever.
lot of
They
years.
could have retired there.
Now it's just JSN there.
I don't.
I want to. I'm excited to see that.
I love it. Hey, I'm JSN's biggest fan, but but shit, like, what the fuck? We got to keep at least one.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on there.
Yeah.
So they're my loser. Let's go on to the next team, Arizona Cardinals.
Boring.
No. They brought in a very good player.
Josh Sweat is
going
very
back to play
good.
with Jonathan Gannon.
Yes, Josh Sweat's fun. Josh Sweat's cool, but I'm not
Jacoby
sitting.
Brissett.
I'm not sitting here and I'm like, woo fucking who. The Cardinals had a great offseason. I still think they're probably the worst team in this division. I still
Yeah.
don't believe in Kyler Murray.
Okay. Those are all fair things. I just think Josh Sweat's a good signing.
I still think Marvin Harrison Jr. Did they fire their offensive coordinator? Did the Cardinals fire their offensive coordinator? No.
No, he's still there. It's Drew Pensing from the Cleveland.
Yeah, I hate him. I hate him. That brother doesn't know how to use Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't like him.
Yeah, I use him way better in franchise. They also signed Akeem Davis Gaither. They are losing Kaiser White, Will Hernandez, Matt Prater, Kelvin Beachum, Zach Pascal, LJ Collier.
The Cardinals are so boring. The
Yeah.
Cardinals are not fun. If you live in
Yeah.
Arizona and you're a Cardinals fan, I'm so sorry. Because it's not a fun team to be associated with.
And you live in Arizona.
Arizona's got some cool stuff.
No water.
They have no water, a lot of desert there, but there's some cool stuff.
I don't like sand.
They got cool rocks.
Sand, it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
We have sand.
On the beach.
On the beach?
I don't want to live on the beach. Let's go to the next team, though.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the Cardinals. I want to talk about them, though.
I want to talk about my winner of this division, the LA Rams, and they're strictly the winners because they got Davante Adams.
Davante fucking Adams, man.
Yeah. And I don't want to sit here and I don't want to hear anybody disrespect Davante Adams. Once he got shit clicking with A-Rod at the end of the last year, he was a top something wide
15?
receiver. 10?
12?
He was going off at the end of the
Was
last
he?
year. You don't remember that? I had him on my fantasy team. So maybe
Yeah,
I
there
don't
you
know.
go. That's why I don't remember it.
He is a better Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, 100%.
And
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp's not officially been cut. It's going to happen later today because it's the first day of the league year, but he's gone. So now it's Puka. Davante Adams.
Puka was on a podcast with, I can't think of who it was.
Wasn't it Amon-Ra?
Well, yeah, I think it was Amon Ra. He was talking all this shit. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not giving Davante my number. Like, he could give me $4 million, and I'm not giving him my number." And then out of nowhere yesterday, Puka Nacua is switching back to number 12, and Davante Adams is gonna be wearing number 17.
I'm sorry, 12 is so ugly for a receiver. I kind of hate it.
I don't mind 12.
I just
Who
think
wore
Tom Brady?
Has anybody worn 12?
Exactly. Think of a famous 12 receiver.
Maybe Puka will be the first.
Yes, I know he wore it BYU.
I personally like the 2-digit number receivers. The 2 digits better for the receivers than the singles.
You don't like the stick?
I don't fuck with the stick. Debo made me hate
Stick.
Debo made me hate the stick.
Stick. What about Jamar? Jamar looks good in the stick.
Jamar looks good in the stick, but Jamar is built for the stick.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so they brought in Davante Adams, brought in Poona Ford, traded away Jonah Jackson, re-signed Tutu Atwell, re-signed Jimmy Garoppolo, restructured Matthew Stafford.
Yes.
Lost DeMarcus Robinson, lost Hunter Long, lost Bobby Brown, lost Michael Hoyt.
Other than Davante Adams, this team got a little worse.
Yeah,
Let's say you take the Davante Adams move out of here. What are you talking about the Rams at that point? They're a loser.
Yeah, but Davante Adams is there.
Yeah.
So, and they're actually a huge loser if they end up cutting Cooper Kupp and don't get Davante Adams.
Okay, yeah,
So, but I think Davante Adams, he's got to be playing with the best quarterback he's played with since Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So,
Been a minute.
been a little minute. So I'm very excited to see that, and that's really all that.
Yeah, they didn't do much
That's all
other
that is
than
to
say,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the team that I think is the biggest loser.
Yeah, I agree here. I'm with you on this
The
one.
San Francisco 49ers have lost 11 players so far in free agency. It is the most players out of any team in the league. They're going to have $85 million in dead cap this year.
Yeah, it's kind of a punt year.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point if you're going to punt like that, why not fully punt, get rid of Christian McCaffrey? He's old. He doesn't fit the time. What timeline does he fit? You're cutting all your veterans. You're getting rid of all your vets.
He fits the jersey sales timeline.
No, that goes to Jawan Jennings. Once they get rid.
You think more people are buying Jawan Jennings jerseys than CMC jerseys?
No, but I think they would have. I think there's a lot of Kyle Juszczyk jersey owners that are pissed. So
They had to free up some money.
yeah,
They're going to have a lot of money next year.
yeah, and they're all gonna give it all to Brock Purdy.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We were having this conversation before. I feel like Brock Purdy is not going to demand one of these Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen type contracts. I just don't feel like that's what he's going to take.
Yeah, and you're basing that off the fact that he's a jeans commercial.
It's an area commercial. It's a Boots
A
commercial.
Boots commercial. That's what it was.
And he has a commercial for tractors.
And he looks like that one TikTok girl.
What's her name?
Anna Frey.
Anna Frey. Whatever happened to Anna Frey?
Just slinging the rock or something. But yeah, let's go through some of these guys that lost. Aaron Banks to Green Bay, Charvarius Ward to Indy, Talanoa Hufanga to Denver, Drake Greenlaw to Denver, Jalen Moore to Kansas City, Leonard Floyd to Atlanta, Joshua Dobbs to New England, Elijah Mitchell to Kansas City. They're going to lose Devondre Campbell, Kyle Juszczyk, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, Khalil Davis, Isaiah Yedem, Rock Ya-Sin. A lot of people, a lot of motherfuckers.
I think the biggest loss out of all those guys was Leonard Floyd.
Yeah, they also released Debo, or didn't release Debo, traded Debo and released Malik Collins, Javon Hargrave.
Yeah, I mean, I the whole thought process behind releasing Leonard Floyd was that they were going to sign Joey Bosa.
And they did not.
And they didn't. And now they're out of an edge.
They're going to take one in the draft, probably.
Yeah, they'll probably end up taking one in the draft. It's a good draft class for edge rushers. And Talanoa Hufanga, you know, a little bit of injury history lately, but
Same with Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah,
but
so
two very good players.
they're good when they're healthy, but they're together.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
Together forever.
It's cool.
I think the biggest loss is Kyle Juszczyk.
Really?
That's like the guy there. They love him there.
He
It's a
was
fan favorite.
so cheap to get rid of him. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, I feel like that's
They
gonna
freed up
make-
$3 million by getting rid of him.
What's that going to go to, a fucking kicker or something? No,
I don't
Jake
know.
Moody. I don't
Like,
know where that.
I
three,
don't-
I,
I don't-
want to see where that $3 million goes.
I do too, because they haven't really made any big signings besides. Didn't they sign a receiver?
Signed Luke Farrell.
They signed a receiver.
Chris Con. No, not Chris Conley.
They just signed a receiver. Who was
DeMarcus
it?
Robinson.
DeMarcus Robinson. Yeah.
Sure. How much did they give him?
15, I think.
2 years, 9.5.
2, 9.5. Fuck. Okay, I'm wrong. I
not
thought it was 315.
Fuck.
Fuck.
They did sign Richie Grant, Trey Brown, Jason Pinnock, Luke Gifford. They lost a lot more than they got.
100%.
So, yeah, that was our last team actually.
Yeah, I think they might be the biggest loser out of all of the teams we've talked about today. Or
Not
today.
ridiculous.
Not all the, but all the teams we talked about in this video.
Yeah. I mean, it's not ridiculous to say that maybe the biggest loser of them all.
Might
The
be.
amount of guys they lost.
Might be. I mean, the Cowboys. We had the Cowboys as our other big loser, but they didn't really like lose anything like not like the Niners
They
did.
didn't lose, they just didn't gain.
Yeah, exactly. And the Niners didn't gain either, but they also lost a lot more.
They did.
So yeah.
That's what we got for today.
That's all we got for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Nada Football Show. My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show. This is my pal.
Sully Sports.
And you are watching the Nada Football Show.
Not torn touchdown.
We love the Tico Fantasy Show.